going over the trades for Friday, September the 18th, 2020. Didn't get a chance to do that at the close yesterday. Doing that here on Saturday morning. Not a lot of trades still. We talked about earlier in the day, we made a video about an afternoon rally and the VIX closing below 25. It rallied some, but still a pretty weak rally. It was about 37 points off the low in the S&P and about 200 on the NASDAQ, but just a massive range, straight down and then a half retracement, kind of a half V, high 11,135, low 11,732, so nearly right at 400 points down and then about 200 points back up. And so there were 4 trades in All Strategy Access 1. Cobra 3 ES minus 625, Cobra 3 E-mini NASDAQ minus 625, adaptive moving average, went long and reversed to short plus 162.50. So there were 5 trades, but 4 strategies traded them. And then Night Trader continues to be a highlight. Made another equity peak in this strategy. I want to show you the performance for that. 7 winners in a row on Night Trader. Let's look at the rest of the trades in the other workspaces. We're going to look at the portfolio results at the end of this as well. This is All Strategy Access 2. We have Tick Count Trend 2020 NQ minus 625. Looking to short this into the trend. This strategy was looking at the trend. The trend was down and shorting those rallies right here. A little late in the game, getting a lot of V reversal type patterns and lack of continuation. We see that on the daily chart. The market traded about 150 points below that 10,900 level that where it had been supported, but then ended up closing back up above it. So that was tricky. And Tick Count Trend lost on the day minus 625. And so just one trade in All Strategy Access 2, not a lot of trades. Overall in the stock indexes, Cobra Euro 4 plus 87.50, Asia Gold 4 minus 525, SR CounterTrend II soybeans plus 275. Soybeans up again today, consistently above $10 a bushel. We talked about that yesterday. Could this be an indicator of inflation or even hyperinflation? So keep an eye on soybeans as it moves higher. It's greater than 25% off its mid-April lows. So that was soybeans. All Strategy Access 4, SR CounterTrend 3, Crude Oil A and B. We have rollover in crude oil, by the way. Did not get that email out, so you should have been okay trading the October contract. It's possible that your data 2, if TradeStation refreshed, was rolled to was on November. If your data 1 was on October still, it might have changed the trade, but you should be rolling to November now. So November crude oil, SR CounterTrend 3 A and B plus 475 on the day. SR CounterTrend 3 natural gas minus 360 open position. Cobra Gold minus 395 on the day. All Strategy Access 5 natural gas. Tried to short this downtrend in natural gas. Natural gas broke down the $2 level and tried to short that rally, and it rallied back and stayed there. So minus 55, minus 85, and minus 95 on those trades on the day. All Strategy Access 6, gap fill in reverse, plus 155. Crude oil, nice short here, and then the market reversed again. So crude oil pretty strong to hold these $40 levels after the recent sell-off. And then 60-minute breakout, plus 1950. That was the strategy of the day. It timed those pretty well, considering that we did have that reversal and we got out before that reversal. So market was moving higher here, and then it broke down, got that trade, and got out as the market reversed again. So this is a pretty good scenario for this strategy. We released it and it had struggled. It struggled a lot with a lot of choppy trading. Let's look at the latest performance summary on this one. So you see we released it back in here and it's kind of struggled, but I like having this strategy in the portfolio. It provides great diversity. And so this is just going back to 2018. There's more history for this, but since I have so many charts, I don't go all the way back on these. So those are the trades. No trades on gap continuation. 2019 dynamic tick pullback plus 112.50. A weak trade there. Tick fader, no trade. So those are the trades on the day. Let's go over the portfolio analysis and see where we are as of Friday, September the 18th. I've updated the portfolio calculator for you, and you'll see. Let's go in order. This is all 77 all strategy access portfolio. We are in a 12K drawdown, which is normal. We had a challenging July. End of July was tough. Great bounce back in August, and then just kind of a slow drawdown in September. 76.28. We were up at one point, and then it's been kind of down almost every day this week. Just a slow downtrend in the equity curve. And let's see what that looks like on the equity curve. It's quite normal. September is kind of a doozy. Not a lot going on, and we're getting these trends in these ranges with a relatively low VIX, so it's confusing. And minus 76.28. September's, since 2015, not a lot happens. We had 2015 it lost, and then 2016 through 2019, not a big gainer, but okay. And so, if you're looking to time these, this is another good time. We talk about timing the drawdowns. This could be another time to get in on a drawdown and a cycle, especially as we come into October. There's some mega months in October. You see 46, 29, 47, 46, 52K profits, November 30K, 58K, 40K, 22K, and then in December a 19K and a 35K, in recent years a 26K there. So looking for a good Q4. So if you're looking to time this, we have right at 8 trading days left, and so it's time to get set up and get going if you want to trade the cycle, to cycle into some of these portfolios after they've gone through this slow drawdown. Stock Index 2020, 16K out of 22K drawdown, almost 23K drawdown. Cover 3 has really struggled with the divergences, more divergences we typically see. So down in July, strong bounce back in August, down again in September. We're just at this drawdown level where it comes frequently, and so it's a good place to get in. And it can, as volatility increases, it can test those drawdown lows. It could see that at some point, but it's a very tight drawdown for this many strategies in the stock index portfolio. So Cover 3 has been challenging once again in the NQ and the ES. Stock Index 36, it's also down in a 22 out of 30, almost 40K drawdown. So good time for that one as well. It's down 19K on the month. And let's look at the drawdown curve. So typical drawdown curve. It's actually hasn't been here since, when was this? 5/31/2019. So about a year ago, it was down at these levels, and it comes down here occasionally. So it could be a good time. We're coming into election season and some potential volatility. 200K portfolio. 200K portfolio is the 19 system stock index portfolio plus some additional commodity markets. And it's in a 12K out of 26K drawdown. Let's look at I'm just rounding these numbers on the drawdown. Down 6,900 on the month, holding up pretty well. And here is the drawdown. Pretty normal drawdown for this setup. So let's look at the 25K. It's in a $125 drawdown, so it's been really strong, very consistent, up 1877 on the month. Kind of a slow month, but it is profitable. This is a selective portfolio. It has been one of our more consistent portfolios on the year. The drawdowns have been more gentle, I guess. There's less strategies, so there's only 10 strategies, and you can see how thick the run-up curve is. Really, it's pegging these. There's not much drawdown here, so very strong results lately with this. very little drawdown, as you can see. So let's look at our next portfolio setup. That is the micro stock index in gold. It's in a 1751.75 drawdown. Had a very strong August 51.74.25. If you trade this with the minis and the regular gold, that's up 51,000. And this month it's down 10,000. If you're trading the minis, if you're trading one micro, it's down 1,000. And so this is what the drawdown curve looks like. So nice entry point once again. If you're looking to time an entry right here, you're at this level. You know, it could come to this level, or it could bounce. So you don't know. It's always a question. How do you want to time it? You can never know when a drawdown is going to turn around. But a drawdown is a good entry point, and this kind of drawdown is always a good entry point compared to just starting right at a run up, especially if it's been running up for a while. And then 100K portfolio, 98.05 drawdown, day trade only. It is up 710 on the month. So we were up at a higher point and had a recent drawdown here. So looking at two more in this setup. Liquid day trade portfolio, 81.8750 drawdown. It is down 32.9875 on the month. Pretty consistent with a lot of our multi-system portfolios. And one more portfolio is the SR CounterTrend 234. This one has struggled since the first quarter. So down 38.02. Last month it bounced back, plus 72.92. This month it struggled a little bit, kind of a small drawdown really. But since April, this has struggled a bit, really strong January, February, and March. And so pandemic kind of changed the way these markets moved. They have moved in V's more than waves, and so that's affected SR CounterTrend somewhat, waiting for the return of that, or we're looking for adjustments as well in that setup. So just the bottom line is that a lot of these portfolios are in a slow drawdown, and if you want to get in on a portfolio in a drawdown, now is the time to do that in a lot of these setups. And you know, the exceptions are the 25K, 50K portfolios has been pretty consistent in a run-up, so it's at run-up levels. And then the other exception is SR CounterTrend 234 has been in a drawdown, stuck in a drawdown longer than most. And so while the 25K, 50K has been in a run-up longer than most. So all the others are kind of in a slow drawdown this month. And so September is weak, and we're looking for a bounce back and looking forward to Q4. 8 days left of trading in September. Have a good week.